Good morning, everyone. This is Arsh, and welcome to Brown Rooted. Uh, Today, this video is actually not any sort of informative and similar content we usually post, but it's more or less a personal experience I'd like to share with all of you, or I would say like idea which changed my life. So, as I belong to a South Asian culture, while growing up, I will always have expectations from people, and we know that having expectations are bad. But as part of that, while we grow up, we learn this automatically to have expectations from family, friends, obviously to different limits based on how much stronger bond we have, right? But I think what happened and what taught me is that I used to always have expectations, but I always used to discard it or disagree with it, the fact that I don't have expectations from people. No, I don't. But I know that I've always been let down with my school friendships and all of that. But later on, I realized, and I moved to this new land where I was alone. I didn't have any family. I didn't have any friends. So when anyone used to do even a little thing for me, I used to feel that, oh, this person genuinely care for me and will be there for me throughout. So I remember that, like, even when I go to school, I used to have these people who were so nice spoken, and they were it seems like they genuinely care for people. So I used to obviously connect with those. I wanted to connect with those people and want to be friends with them because they were genuinely nice with me, and why not? So similarly at my workplace, at home, living with new people, all of that. But I've always let down by those people because they were just genuinely caring because it's part of their culture. Because in Western culture, it's nice to it's good to be nice to people, I would say. So everyone is like that, but it doesn't mean they are actually there for you and they actually want to be friends with you, and which is so normal. But I didn't realize at that point. So people used to connect with me, and we used to work on the assignments we used to get. So I thought, like, yeah, it's so nice when you're spending so much time there. But I hope that we will be, bringing these friendship outside of school and work as well. But it didn't. So people don't recognize you after school or work, which seems quite painful, but it is the truth. And even though at my workplace I used to think that these people actually care, and we used to hang out and fun with those people at workplace. But I remember that once I got scolded by a customer, and my colleague, who was a good friend, I could say that, of mine, but they were just standing and just looking at me getting scolded by the customer and didn't do anything. And I felt terrible about that the person is right there for me, but he didn't help for anything. The other thing was that, like, similarly at school, as I said, that have only people connect with you for assignments, and I used to have this mindset when I came here that this is the time to make friends who will last you for life. Because in college and at workplace, this is the time when to be having actual friends and taking it with you until you die, I guess. So I tried giving my input whoever needed help from me, but I was expecting that at least they would give me something in return in terms of emotionally. I'm not saying something materialistic, but just an emotional support. And considering I was lonely in the beginning, it did kind of, like, the emotions kind of intrigued inside me. And that was the lowest moment of my life. With the series of events, I was let down by the people, and then I realized that, I guess, I basically detached from those people for about a year and a half, I guess. And then basically I remember that I worked on myself because I needed some time to clear my head from everything what I've been going through. But then I realized that Arsh, you don't need anyone to make you feel better. You're only, like, yourself is enough to do that. Until when I realized it did hit me, and then now I'm a better person. I go with any meetings, any incidents, and any opportunities, I go with open mind. And it does help me by putting my effort to help someone without expecting anything in return. yeah, like, just don't have expectations. I know that eventually you'll have to leave that, but the amount of time while having expectations from people, you have to go through certain stuff and certain feelings emotionally which you do not want to. You don't want to see those times. And you will notice that once you leave that expectations part from your life, you will be much happier person. You don't need anyone to make you happy, regardless how close that person is for you. So that was it for the video, to be honest. Like, that was the part I realized, and I hope if you have gone through the same, I can completely relate with you. I genuinely understand what are the things you might have to go through to understand that. But the people who have not, and maybe just saying that they are not having expectations, but maybe from the closer ones they are having it, I feel like if you can just drop the idea of having expectations, your life, your relationships, your friendships are gonna be much stronger.